It's Monday morning. Your alarm goes off and you drag yourself out of bed to start another week. But have you ever stopped to wonder why? Why are there exactly 7 days in a week? Why not 5 or a perfectly rounded 10? Think about it. A day is tied to the Earth spinning on its axis. A year is the Earth orbiting the Sun. A month roughly follows the cycle of the Moon. But a week? A week is completely made up. It has no physical anchor in nature, yet it rules our entire lives. Welcome to Simple Things Surprising Histories. Today, we are traveling back in time to uncover the ancient and slightly magical reason we have a 7-day week and how every single day got its surprising name. Our story begins about 4,000 years ago in ancient Babylon, in what is now modern-day Iraq. The Babylonians were master astronomers. They spent their nights staring at the stars, trying to make sense of the universe. They noticed that the moon goes through a complete cycle, from a thin crescent to a full moon and back again, in about 29.5 days. To make this cycle easier to track, they divided it into 4 smaller parts. And what happens when you divide 29.5 by 4? You get roughly 7 days. But the number 7 wasn't just a mathematical compromise, it was sacred. When the Babylonians looked up, they saw billions of stars that stayed in fixed patterns, but there were 7 distinct bodies that actually moved across the sky. These were the Sun, the Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. To the Babylonians, these 7 wandering lights were gods, and so the 7-day week was born, a tribute to the 7 most powerful forces in the sky. Fast forward a few centuries, and this 7-day concept caught the eye of the Roman Empire. The Romans loved the idea so much that they officially adopted it, naming the days after their own versions of those 7 celestial bodies. 3 of those original Roman names have survived all the way into modern English. Let's look at the obvious ones first. The first day of the week was dedicated to the sun, or as we call it, Sunday. The second day was dedicated to the moon, which over time became Moon Day or Monday. Now skip ahead to the end of the week. The Romans dedicated this day to the god of agriculture and time, Saturn. Today we still call it Saturday. So, Sunday, Monday, and Saturday are pretty straightforward. But what about the other 4 days? Why don't we have Mars Day or Jupiter Day? Well, for that, we have to look away from Rome and head north. As the Roman Empire expanded, their calendar crashed into the culture of the Germanic and Norse peoples. These northern tribes liked the 7-day week, but they didn't care much for Roman gods. So they decided to swap out the Roman deities for their own. The Romans had dedicated Tuesday to Mars, the god of war. The Germanic equivalent was Tu, a one-handed god of combat. Thus, Mars's day became Tuesday, which evolved into Tuesday. Wednesday belonged to Mercury, the Roman messenger god. The Norse swapped him out for their chief god, Odin, who was also known as Woden. So Wednesday is actually Woden's day. Thursday was for Jupiter, the Roman god of thunder and lightning. I bet you can guess the Norse god of thunder. That's right, Thor. Thursday is quite literally Thor's day. Finally, Friday. The Romans gave this day to Venus, the goddess of love. The Norse equivalent was Frigg, the goddess of marriage and motherhood. And so, Venus's day transformed into Frigg's day, or Friday. It is incredible when you really think about it. Every time you book a meeting for Wednesday or plan a dinner for Thursday, you are keeping alive a 4,000-year-old Babylonian stargazing tradition mixed with a little bit of the Roman Empire and a heavy dose of Viking mythology. The week might be a completely made-up concept, but the history behind it is as real and as fascinating as it gets. Which day's history surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey through time, make sure to hit that like button, share this video with a friend, and subscribe to Simple Things Surprising Histories for more amazing stories hidden in our everyday lives. Until next time, stay curious.